Welcome back to the Beogradska Arena in Belgrade, and the opening day in the main round of the men's 2012 European Handball Championship. Serbia leading Germany 12-7, a very low-scoring game. Game dominated by defences and good goalkeeping as well, but one in which so many of the German attacks are ending even without them taking a shot. They're around the 30% success rate only on their attacks. And their shooting efficiency not much better, I'm afraid, and although they're holding in defence, they're simply not capitalising on that in their attacks. Only 4 players have got on the score sheet for just 7 goals in the first half. Admittedly, they are keeping the Serbs down to 12. The defence could say we're doing our bit. Where's the goal scoring coming? Glandorf and Gensheimer have got 5 of them. Kaufmann and Goetzky have got the other odd goal. But the stats really not looking particularly great, and it's not even that they're taking a lot of shots and missing, but they're just not even getting to take the shots in many cases. Kaufmann, the marksman, has scored 1 from 4, Goetzky 1 from 2. Even Glandorf and Gensheimer are 50% or worse on their shooting, and Stanic is having a good time in goal, 42% save rate. So Højbjerg involved in discussion there with Kenneth Abrahamsen, one of the Norwegian referees, as the Serbians have a final huddle before returning to court. Just telling you, if you want to get all the results, the news, activities behind the scenes, videos on demand, you can get all of that on the official website, www.ehf-euro.com. There's loads of information there if you want to go and have a look. Top scorers, best goalkeepers. Some very interesting articles about some of the off-court antics and stories that are happening here. So Germany, they've come through to everybody's surprise here with maximum points into this round. From Group B and Niš, where they finished top ahead of Macedonia, Sweden and the Czech Republic. Against the Serbians, who also came through with their 4 points, although they did drop a point against Slovakia, but it was to no avail, since the Slovakians were heading home after that match, having failed to qualify for the main round. But with great wins against Poland and Denmark, it helps to have the rest days in between, because they have been tough games, and it's allowed the Serbians to recharge their battery, and of course to make some substitutions, which you're allowed to do between the preliminary and the main round. You can change those 2 players, and the injured Vukovic and Kostadinovic have gone out and been replaced by Momir Renic, the left back who plays in Germany for Göppingen, and Petar Nenadic, either of which has played. Nenadic, who's a playmaker, plays his club handball in Denmark. So for Vukovic, a 5-goal lead all of a sudden, after Germany had edged it back to 1, but they lost their footing at the end, unfortunately, and a 5-1 exchange, with just a Gensheimer penalty getting in the way, saw that spoiled. So Germany get the second half underway. They are short-handed by 2, although they will be back to full strength very shortly. Get 1 player back very shortly. Gensheimer is in. He'll go in on the wing, and he'll have to venture into the line to try and help the back players. In response, Serbia defending very deep, with Nikčević pushing right up onto Michael Haas, the playmaker. A little handoff, there's a lot of holding going on Lars Kaufmann, and he'll get a free throw. Beljanski, always in the heart of the defence for Serbia. Long range shot with passive play being won, decided how to take it quickly. A long ball down to Nikčević. Bounces it in, and Serbia keep the pressure on. Well, if Serbia win here today, they'll need really to be absolutely certain just to win one of their next 2 encounters against Sweden and Macedonia, to book themselves a semi-final ticket. In fact, 1 point may even be enough, but that does depend on other results. Kaufmann teeing up for the shot, Germany, still short-handed for another 15 seconds, and the Serbians get 2 minutes. Rather foolishly, for not standing 3 meters off the ball, Prodanovic, for the second time after being warned, jumps up before the throw's taken. There he goes. And the Norwegian referee has no choice but to send him off. And you can see the head of Manojlovic, the defense specialist, dropping behind there going, oh, what a donut. Goes through, save, but that's a foul on the line. Kaufmann barged over as he went to shoot. Penalty to Germany. Goes around, puts his arm through. Stankovic did his best to make it look like an attacker's foul, but was nowhere near the front of the German attacker. So Stanic will face Gensheimer. Scored one and missed one so far from 7 meters. No mistake, once more Stanic lifts his left leg, and Gensheimer can bounce it next to the standing leg. Look at that. A little too easy for the German winger. So Michael Haas and Rogic holding the centre of the defence for Germany. They haven't made it easy for them, there's no doubt about that. Oof, Rogic, that's 2 minutes, is it, taken from behind? And he shakes his head because he knows it. There's just that intensity in the blowing of the whistle that tells you that it's a 2-minute suspension. Let's see again, catches him, and he was going really for the forearm. And he will argue that he tried to lift his hand, and that wasn't, it was a close call, but he's off. I'm afraid it's an occupational hazard for Rogic. He's very lost track of the amount of times he's had a suspension, and immediately the Serbs take full advantage of the extra space in amongst the defence as Chutura breaks into 6. First goal for Chutura. 6-goal lead, both teams short-handed at the moment. Prodanović's suspension will be served out in about 20 seconds time, when Serbia will then have a power play situation, as off comes, I think it was Manojlovic. Shot efficiency, well, that tells the story of the game, doesn't it? 35% Germany. You can't win a game with that. Serbia on 61. Free throw. To some extent, Stanic will take the credit for keeping the success down. There's Serbia back to full strength. Prodanovic slots into his wing. He'll go deep to stretch this short-handed German defence. Well, he could have passed it to the right, but Stankovic didn't need to. Decided he could take care of matters himself from the better angle. And this match is escaping from Germany, I'm afraid. 3-1 in the second half. That's better, and that's quite something for the Germans, even short-handed with no line player to help suck in the defence. Gensheimer gets his 4th. Not a huge angle, but he waited until he was jumping towards the centre. In fact, I do beg your pardon, it is Goetsky, he's on the wrong wing, otherwise Gensheimer. And then managed to open up the gap and tempt Stanic to move. Germany back to full strength again. Long-range shot goes wide. Nothing, say the referees. Goalkeeper's ball. Straight through. Gensheimer puts the ball back towards the centre, and a good spell by Germany all of a sudden. Rogic unusually scoring. For all his 163 caps, he's only scored 31 goals. He really has been a defence specialist most of the time. Brings up the double digits for them. They want to take a picture of this. If you've got a camera, you may not see another goal from him for quite a few years. 5 minutes into the second half then, a 5-goal lead for Serbia. Both the suspensions served out, teams back to full strength. Oh, the defence fell apart, and Haas at fault. He got tempted to move out, and I don't know why, because the gap was then almost as soon as he stepped forward. Stankovic sees the gap. Well, I'm going there. And Haas actually put his hand up just after that to say, my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. So back come Germany, and they've lost possession. And like so many of their attacks in the first half, that ended without them even managing to get a shot on goal, either through technical mistakes or through poor passing. And the crowd in full song here in the Bilgradska Arena in Belgrade. Well, if they do make it to the last four, it's going to be an incredible atmosphere in this arena next Friday when the semi-finals are played. We're not there yet, mind you. They've got some way to go. And even defeat here for Germany would still keep them in with a shout to go through to the semi-finals. Gensheimer takes a throw. Oh, went over, and a mistake by Stanic. The ball smuggles in. Thought he'd got it covered. Glandorf shoots. And he got his leg to it, but it dribbles in underneath. Glandorf then on 4. And the Serbs quite wisely taking their time with these attacks. They don't need to push it once the Germans are settled. Into the line. No way through for Toskic, but he's got a free throw. A bit of shoving going on. Toskic, who plays for Celje Pivovarna in Slovenia. One of their more experienced players, 108 caps. Been with them at 3 World Championships already and the last Euros. Saved by Heinevet off the line. The break is on. And no problem there. Groecki gets his third. Took off like a rocket. Rogic looked up and could pass to him. No defender anywhere near him. Stanic tempted him to shoot on the right. And that's exactly where he put it. Stanic just reacted too late. He lifted his left leg as if to say shoot the other side, but couldn't get the other leg switched over to take advantage. Still though, the initiative rests very much with the Serbians. Chutura into the line. Good save. Heinevetter comes out quick, smothers the shot by Toskic. Really should have done better. Well, good grief. 2 goals in a match. That's probably a first for Rogic. Well, I may yet live to see the day when Rogic is a top scorer for Germany in a game. Especially the way some of his more regular goal-scoring teammates are struggling. Who knows? He is, by definition, a line player. That's what you'll see on the team sheet. Shot down the middle, comfortable save, and Serbia getting slack at the moment with their shooting. We've got a bit of an injury. And I think that face says it all for Chutura. Let's see if it's Rogic who's taken the blow. I think it is. There's Rogic. Oof, the follow through from the shot by in fact it was Stankovic, catches him right on the corner of the eye, but tough as he is, he looks up first to make sure that there's nothing left for him to do and the ball is safely in German hands before he then falls back to the ground. 9 minutes played then in the second half, and Stanic looking very, very focused. His 46% half-time statistics, not so good now. They've dropped down to 32% save rate, 6 saves from 19 shots he's made. At the other end, Heinevetter has made 9 from 25. He's slightly better than Stanic now. Well, Germany have nearly scored as many goals in the opening 9 minutes of this second half as they did in the entire first half. Haas. It's the starting lineup again. Glandorf. Kaufmann takes the shot. Oh, it's in. and now they have matched their first half score. 4 goals without reply. And Heuberger celebrating each goal as if it was the winner. Only Kaufmann's second goal. Came into the game as second top scorer behind Gensheimer for the German team with 14, but not really got into it today. 10 minutes into the second half then, and Germany trying hard to wrestle the initiative away. Oh, almost telegraphed, but Heinevetter just didn't move. Strutura seeing the gap, wondering if a replay from a different angle will tell us whether someone touched the ball on the way through. Let's have a quick look. I did, and I think Rogic may have just deflected it. Second goal for Strutura, the 36-year-old who plays in Spain for Real Ademar. Oh, good shove in the back. Vienczek looks up to the referee. Well, what was that then? Stankovic giving him a real heave in the back. Sure, he's not as badly injured as it looks. It always helps when you look as if you're terribly hurt when you've just done something stupid. There's the shove, look at that. You have a push and then I'll go down and look injured. I'm afraid he didn't look like an innocent collision. The Norwegian referee is far too experienced for that. There is Michael Haas, the 28-year-old who plays for Göppingen. He's one of a handful of the German team who were in the 2007 team that won gold in Germany at the World Championships after a fantastic final against Poland in the Cologne Arena in front of 25,000 German fans. Today, though, it's the Serbians who have the big support. Nikčević. Well, that was lucky for him, lost his balance, no one to pass to, but in fact it's been called against him. Kaufmann pushed away, keeping the pressure on. Haas tries to find a way through. Haas again into the wing. Play on, oh! Penalty, the foul on Gensheimer in the act of shooting. Even though from a very closed angle, that was unwise, should have left him. Serbia got to change keeper. We'll see it again from this angle here. Passes the ball and the defender's already inside the area before he starts, but Radorovic makes contact, which was unnecessary from that angle. And he's given the penalty to Germany, and it looks as if there was that last pass. 1, 2, 3, and the referee's giving that, oh, and then off his foot. That's why I thought it'd come off the defender from the other angle. So Marjanac, the 26-year-old who plays for Bern Muri in Switzerland, comes in. See if he can do any better. Well, Stanic has saved 1 penalty so far off Gensheimer. He has subsequently scored 3, though. Or is that 2? It's 2, actually, from 3. He's scored since then. So this to get Germany back to within 2. Marjanac stays very focused. 32% save rate in the tournament. He's saved 3 penalties from 7 so far. He's got a bit of a pedigree. Oh, too easy. Cool as a cucumber against Gensheimer. Marjanac lifts his leg. Looked like he was going to shoot hard. He drops it underneath with a little bit of spin to boot. That's very coolly taken by the 25-year-old. Goal for Gensheimer. Serbia on the attack again. 18 minutes to go in this game. And Ilic not having a great time with his shooting, straight down the middle. A comfortable save for Heinevetter. You'll have those all day long if that's what you want to give him. Into the wing. And a mistake by Stanic. Tempted to lift the inside leg. That's the last thing you want to do. And Gensheimer only too happy to take the reprieve because the angle was closed. Look at that. He should have jumped back in if that's what he thought he was doing, not lift his leg. And so Gensheimer gets his 5th goal. And Germany back to within 1. It's been a 6-goal lead for Serbia. There was 16-10 up, and now it's 17-16 only. So change again. Manojlovic will go in for Chutura to see if he can suck in the defence in the centre and set up the back players. But Ilic, I'm afraid, having a miserable time out there, not up to his usual standards. 5 goals from 10 attempts. So Stankovic at the right back position. Interesting that Vuyin not being used. Hasn't been for quite a while now. Manojlovic is drifted off to the right-hand side. Free throw. So Zarko Sessun has replaced Ilic, the 25-year-old who plays for Rhein-Neckar Löwen in Germany. Well known to his opponents. The first shot rather weak then. Back come Germany. Chance to level it on this attack. Cannonball shot, but Stanic read it well and not only stops it but almost picks it up. So back comes Zarko Sessun. And so Vuyin is put back into the attack at right back. Manojlovic is the playmaker. Shot efficiency, or goalkeeper efficiency rather, is dropping for both. 39% for Heinevetter, 30% for Stanic. Free throw. And Kaufmann suddenly believing it after there were 6 goals down early on. Vuyin releases the ball, they needed the wing. Nikčević getting no service on the wing. Vukovic getting frustrated. Manojlovic comes around again. Just 18 caps for Serbia, the playmaker. 29 goals. Tries to go through. Vuyin into the wing. Nikčević off the post, stays out. Little shove in the back means possession for Germany. Kaufmann happy to take that. And Germany now picture of calmness all of a sudden as they've done the hard work and got themselves back in. They've got to keep it that way. Crowd doing their best to unsettle them, baying and whistling from all around the arena. And I must say the Germans have come at this from nowhere. They've always been a strong team, but just have underperformed in recent years. Pass to the line intercepted, and the fast break is on. Nikčević hangs in the air, and midway through the second half, Nikčević with his 3rd goal gives a 2-goal lead to Serbia. So fast, he's away. As soon as the player's about to shoot, he goes. He doesn't wait for the outcome. .5 minutes to decide this game. Kaufmann goes all the way through. Free throw. Is it? Attacker's foul by Kaufmann. Serbia had possession. And quite rightly, Sessun reaches into Stanic and says, just calm, give me a short ball, no long passes. I'd be tempted to swap the line players. I think Stojkovic sometimes gives you a bit more cover at the back. Toskic is hard-working, but doesn't always... Oh! That's going to be a goalkeeper's ball. Well, Heinevetter complaining, but it's entirely his mistake. He's the one who kicked the ball away as Nikčević put it down. He's quite excitable, the German keeper. Free throw. I mean, it works for him. That's how Heinevetter plays, but for a lot of other goalkeepers, that would be exactly what they didn't want, to get worked up with every single decision. On the line. It's got to cross completely. The Germans know all about that, especially their football team. Well, the people whistling, and you always think it's the youngsters, isn't it? They've got no respect. We see it's not just the youngsters. I think all of 20,000 people here whistling, trying to upset the Germans. Pass into the wing, it's very close. Saved by Stanic. Picked up by Stoskic. Nikčević is away, but he's very closely marked and can't do very much. Groecki stayed with him. 13 minutes to go. So Vujin, who's had a long break on the Serbian bench, and Stojkovic does come back in. Well, I just said I thought it would be a good move to have him on. He just has a little bit more of a stopping presence on the line, and that's probably what the back players need rather than the running players, Toskic. Although he is a tough player in his own rights, it's just all down to style. Oh, poor shot, and the break is on. Oh, Stanic came out and gifts the goal effectively. Stanic wanted to get to the point where he could intercept the ball, but got nowhere in. Instead it was Groecki. And quite wisely he let him go. Not worth risking a 2-minute suspension. 12 minutes to play. Groecki's 4th goal. Keeps it nice and tight here. And again, straight into the keeper, but a good shove. Well, still showing signs there, Chutura, of that last push. Looking a little winded. Chutura comes in again. Good defence by Germany. Attacking foul. He goes head down through the defence. Back come the Germans. A chance to level it here. Kristoffersson is coming at left back. Is he going to stay there? Looks for the line. Yes! Brilliant. Thoya Kauf, who's come in on the line. The 27-year-old from Lemgo has levelled it. His first goal. 18-all. Not a game for the faint-hearted. Lovely feed into him by Sven Søren Kristoffersson. 11 minutes to go. It's all square. Germans defending really well. They have throughout a lot of the game. It has been a game more about defence than attack. There's no doubt about that. Stojkovic says, I had the ball, why don't you just wait? Brodanovic quiet on the right wing, not getting a huge amount of service. That's in. The Germans say, surely that's an attacking foul, but it's not. Ilic scores first goal of the second half after he'd scored 5 in the first half. The captain is back. He's got to improve his shooting stats, though. 5 from 10 so far in the game. If he can put them away like that now when it counts, as we go into the last 10 minutes of the game, then Serbia will be happy. Kristoffersson. Oh, dispossessed, as you know, he's taken it back. And in the end, Manojlovic happy to concede the free throw as he holds back on Adrian Fall, the Gummerspar right back. Heuberger turning the bench a little bit here as the ball comes off Stanic, goes out for a throw into Germany. Well, last time these two teams met in a major competition, World Championships 2009 in Croatia, 35-all. Kind of knew it was always going to be close. Stanic saves well. This time it falls into the hands of a defender. Nikčević away! Unlucky for Heinevetta. He got his hands to it but couldn't keep the ball out. Goal number 4 for Nikčević, the winger. Look at him, he's away, steals the ball. And the goalkeeper touched it, Heinevetta. Actually got quite a good touch on it as well. A 2-goal lead, but we've got an injury for Germany. Trying to see if it's Kristoffersson who's gone down. And the referees have just stopped the clock. It's allowed both teams to go over to their coach for a quick discussion as Nikčević there celebrates on the way back. 30-year-old who plays for Valladolid on the left wing. His teammate over on the far side is Julian. There he goes, can I change please? I wonder if he's injured himself. So he'll go off, and it means that Dobrivoj Markovic may well replace him. But for the Serbian fans here, well, it's 9 minutes to go, but it's going to be 9 nail-biting minutes. There's a Dane to the right there. Oh well, no guesses, no prizes for the guess. I think the helmet and the 2 corners are just a little bit of a giveaway. Germany moved Christophersen into the centre. Haas has gone left. They'll switch back in a second. The move is coming. He'll drive in. Is Haas going to come around? Possession stays with Germany. Ilic in the centre of the defence. He's had his break as well. And Vukovic, having given his strike force a breather, has got them all back on again. Germany try another long-range shot. They're unable to break through the defence and are now resorting to the long-range efforts. Stanic holds it. And almost a smile from Vukovic, but you're not there yet. Prodanovic about to slot into the right wing. So after Germany levelled it at 18 all, goals by Ilic and Nikčević on the break. Just swing the balance back to the Serbs. Ilic into the wing. Markovic not taking the shot, it's intercepted. And Stanic beaten. Adrian Fall steals the ball, he went to do the pass. Was it off a foot? It is. Rogic. The ball appears to change very slightly, the flight of the ball. There it is. And the Serbians quite rightly saying that should have been ours. Well, it wasn't spotted, and Fall is the beneficiary. First goal of the game for him, and it's back to within 1. Serbs have to just put that one behind them. Oh, beautiful play. Stojkovic waited for his moment. He came forwards to suck the defence forwards and didn't go back too early. Clever play by the Polish-based player. Plays for Vive Kielce. They're currently running away with the Polish championship, and he's their top scorer. Second goal of the game for Stojkovic. And Heuberger getting so worked up that his staff are having to sit him down and calm him down. Well, I don't think you can fault either team for passion. It's been there in buckets. Long range shot, beautiful, low. Goalkeeper wouldn't have seen that come until the last second. Christophersen. First goal for him. Well, slowly the rest of the German team are getting on the score sheet. So into the centre, Čutura takes over from Manojlovic. And we have what would be the Serbian starting lineup back again now for the money time in this game. Make or break. Goes wide, but it's a free throw. Čutura fouled in the act of shooting. 36-year-old who plays in Spain for Real Ademar. Relative newcomer to the team, 7 caps only for Serbia, but 20 goals already. Majneveta trying to stay focused in his own personal way. See how the defence for Germany is pushing a long way out, very deep. Ilic has got it, and make sure that he looks harassed so that he can get up and not have to make a tentative pass from sitting on the floor. He does it well. 5.5 minutes remaining. There's just 1 goal in it here. And when they were 16-10 up, the Serbs may well have thought we can really turn the screw here on Germany. But instead they conceded 4 goals without reply. Saved, goes out to the side though. Serbian ball to the disgust of Groecki. Good defence again by Rogic, prevents Ilic from arming the shot. Rogic brings him down. And he's looking around. Is that going to be a 2-minute suspension? I'd say that would be harsh if it was. He went up to block his arm. He wasn't behind him, he was in front of him. And he looks absolutely bemused as he gets his second suspension of the game. Let's have a quick look and see. Now, it's not the left arm that's a problem, it's the right arm. He caught him high, he grabbed the shirt around his neck, and I'm afraid anything around neck height will get you sent off. So almost on the dot of 5 minutes to go, with Serbia on the attack. They've got a power play. Well, it was well spotted by the referees that the other hand had gone up. Couldn't quite see it from the other angle, but the slow motion confirmed it. Chutura, Stojkovic failed as he gets the ball by Kristoffersson. And instructions being bellowed out by Heuberger on the line as Heinevetter, the 27-year-old, tries to keep himself focused on the game, although he seems to like the distractions. He has to challenge the referee all the time and get involved in banter with the other team. Stojkovic looks to the goal there, so that had been more. Well, it's quite a few German supporters have made the trip here, and they must be absolutely delighted. Who would have thought Germany coming through from their group with maximum points into the main round? And they could well sneak it here still, as a timeout is called by Veselin Vukovic, the Serbian coach. Needs to make sure that they take full advantage of this power play now and at least get 1 or 2 goals on the scoreboard. But at the moment, Germany are defending as if their lives depend on it, and are keeping Ilic and Vujin at a distance for their shooting, and they're hesitant. Ilic will fight and try and break in. Vujin sometimes will just go quiet, which is not what you need, and hence earlier Stankovic came in to give him a break. But they need him to fire up, and he can, we know that. He scored 11 goals, albeit expensive, 37% success rate. But he can do it when he wants to. And he gets a little talking to there by Vukovic. I'm afraid my Serbian's not up to much, so I can't tell you what he's just been told, but I'm sure it's don't be afraid to shoot. Long-range efforts, when the gaps open up, then take the chance. Heuberger, who was apoplectic earlier on, had to be sat down by his staff to calm him. Manages to collect himself here to give very clear instructions to his players. Defensively, it's all working fine. In attack is where they've got the issue. They've got to make sure they keep spreading the ball wide. They've got very strong wingers. Meanwhile, plays resume. That's a replay of the German timeout. Serbian attack. Ilic into the wing. The gap's there. He'd landed. Nikčević, he looks back and realizes it won't count. Vukovic looking unhappy on the bench, but the replay will confirm that was the right decision. He's up, lands, and then shoots. And clear decision for the Norwegian referee. The ball too low for him, frankly. The pass across needed to be higher. That was forced him down effectively. If he'd put the ball high, that would have been a perfect Kempe. So let off for Germany while they're short-handed. They go in on the attack, and you can see on the right, actually, Glandorf walking away, turns to Heinevetter and just goes, short pass please, nothing long. Let's just play this nice and easy. 6 minutes to go. 1 goal lead for Serbia. Switch back. Haas. Too many steps, ran out of options. Nikčević pushed up, took out the playmaker, and suddenly he didn't know where to pass to. No one came out to help him. You'd have to look to the line play and say, well, you've got to get out and do something. You can't just watch him flounder. 39 seconds on this power play that Serbia haven't capitalized on so far, off that, what I'd say dubious initially, but confirmed suspension for Rogic. Oh! It was a huge angle for the wing shot, and Heinevetter saves it, and it stays in. And Serbia have well and truly wasted the power play. Well, from that angle, Prodanovic should have put it away. He's not having the best of days. Prodanovic has only managed to get 2 shots in. Nikčević pushes up, and it's just a matter of seconds before Germany are back to full strength. Haas, and here we go. Thorkauf comes in on the line. Oh, they've given it away. A clumsy pass. It's almost as if they were distracted themselves And Nikčević again misses. Inside the last 3 minutes. And will that haunt Nikčević? I wonder if they lose this match or even draw it, he will look back and say, oh, I can't believe it, a fast break, a huge angle. Look at this. A great play by Heine Vetter, read it well, got across and covered. On the last throw, it's a timeout incidentally called by Germany. On the last time he scored on the fast break, he was lucky to put it through Heine Vetter. He read it well, but just couldn't block it. It went through his hands despite him reading it right. Well, absolute drama here in Belgrade. The home nation desperate to take maximum points forwards and effectively put one foot in the semi-finals. It would be mission accomplished and more for them. But it would be an equally big, I think, surprise for the Germans. Hens on the left there with his peroxide Mohican haircut. The captain who's had a very, very small role to play again here. He's been on for all of 7 minutes in the entire game. Nikčević there. Vukovic, who's been a great player in his own time, knows only too well that you're only human. Doesn't berate him, instead just holds him and just says, look, forget about it. It doesn't matter. You're playing well. Just keep focused. Germany, chance to level it. Blocked. Put out, and they've got the chance looking forwards, but quite wisely, I think. Prodanovic decides to pass it back. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. Rogic comes into the centre of the defence. Lines up alongside Haas. Rogic 2 meters and 2 tall. And Klein is up on the bench even, waving his arms. Defence, defence. Vojin, Ilic. Dummies the shot, but he's held anyway. He gets a free throw. And he has a quick word with Stojkovic on the line. Stay there, I'm coming back. Tries to cut back inside. Nikčević, though, reacting late to come around. That's blocked, is it? Went over the top. Goalkeeper's ball. 1.5 minutes remaining. Suddenly the crowd rise up again. Beljanski slots into his defensive role, where he's been quietly working away through the whole game. Number 2 in from right. Key role in front of the tall left back Kaufmann. Kaufmann, they push out. Glandor free. Kaufmann saved. Stanic gets down on it. And it's the last minute of the game. Serbia had possession. He was through. Put it low. He was at an awkward angle to get a decent shot. Had to put it high. Heuberger knows that was a very good chance. He took off marginally too early. And it meant by the time he broke through, he was so anxious to get between the defenders. He was pretty well diving like a line player, but just couldn't put the shot high as Stanic went down. 30 seconds to go. Serbia got to make this a long attack, because if they miss on this and get hit on the fast break, they'll be gutted. Free throw, that won't count. Whistle already gone. Heine Vetter dropping his arms in response to the referee's whistle. 25 seconds to go. Passive play being warned against the Serbians, so they're not going to be given very much longer. They need to make this count. A goal here, and that could be it. Looking to the line. Shoots, and it's saved by Heine Vetter. Is the fast break on? No, it's not. Haas moves the ball up. 16 seconds for Germany to take a point out of this game. Kaufmann. Free throw. Clock is stopped with 7 seconds. Ilic gets 2 minutes. He knew he was. He did that deliberately. Looks up at the clock. Have I bought enough time for the team? I'm not sure is the answer. Germany are going to take out the goalkeeper. If you're going to lose anyway, you may as well gamble. Heine Vetter is out, and Kristoffersen's got to go in as an extra court player. He's wearing the goalkeeper's colour. Cut through to show his number. Here we go then. It's 7 against 5 court players. 8 seconds for Germany to snatch a point. A whistling so intense. Even the EHF officials, Torlian, looking anxiously on. Well, what drama. Germany have come back from nowhere at one point looking dead and buried, but their defence held. They've shot better in the second half. Got to come back. He's done it! 4 seconds to go. They've snatched a point from them, and that's it. Well, Christophersen launches the effort. He was there to do that, and they'll share the points, and the Germans celebrating as if they'd won the game. 21 all. Christophersen scoring the last 2 goals. And the gamble paid off for Heuberger. Put on the extra court play with 7 against 5, and Christophersen, the 26-year-old from Fuchs Berlin, makes sure that they share the points, and both teams stay tied at the top of the group, 5 points apiece. Disappointment for the Serbians, undoubtedly, but they're still very much in the running. Both teams are for a semi-final place. But from 16-10 up, in the end they dried up. It was an 11-5 exchange after that, as the Germans came back and continue their revival here in Serbia. Well, great drama. And Ilic will look back on that earlier opportunity when they took the shot. Here it is again. Dummies the low shot, then takes off. And Stanic reacting quite late. And yes, the Serbian handball president, I'm afraid, has to rue the missed point. But they still take away a point from this one here. It's not a defeat, it's 21 all. I know they felt they should have won it. But the Germans really got stuck in after a dreadful first half performance in attack. They were defending well enough, but their shooting was pretty awful. But at the end, it's points shared for these two teams, and the top of the table clash leaves both teams still top of the table. Man of the match is Chutura, 2 goals, but his unwavering work in trying to set up his teammates. He's walking off as if he's lost the game. I think far from that. Great to see Holger Glandorf has picked up the player of the game for the Germans. 4 goals, 57% success rate. Probably hard to really pick out someone who absolutely shone in the German side. It was a collective defensive effort, in fact, on both sides that really got it, but the Germans more consistent in defense. Let's look at the statistics, and 46% success rate on the throw for Germany to 48 for Serbia. Their attacks, 40% success rates on either side. 3 fast breaks to Germany, 4 to Serbia, but in the end it was that last gasp shot by Christophersen that got it. Ilic top scoring for Serbia with 6, and Gensheimer for Germany with 5. And the progression of the match will show that long spell when the Germans hit back and got themselves into the game, and then closing out shop completely at the end when a long spell with just that one critical goal for Christophersen at the death to take the game. That's what made the difference. Here's where the shots came from. 4 fast breaks, a penalty. Otherwise it's all down the middle for Serbia with just 2 goals from the right wing. And maybe that's where they didn't quite spread it enough, but poor old Nikčević will look back on that fast break he could have put away. Germany, 2 from each of the wings, 3 fast breaks, 3 penalties, and then it's all coming down the middle really, with the left back and right back positions looking relatively quiet in the end. So at the end of the day, Germany and Serbia are still top of the group with 5 points each. Poland are next with 3. Denmark and Sweden come up after that, with Macedonia bottom of the group still tonight. Hope you enjoyed the game. We've got some more for you tomorrow. Hope you can join us then. But thanks for watching today. But for now, from me, Paul Bray, good night.